Thank you for telling me, Nano. I can't believe that I forgot to turn my mic back on. That is really silly. Why was it even off? Probably a reason for that. Can't think of what it is, but right, let's start again. Hey everyone, it's Sparks here, back for more Final Fantasy XIV. We'll be continuing with the story, moving on to the Rubicante fight, but first I just want to do a little bit more resource collection. So, yeah. True. Thank goodness it was while I was just gathering resources and not in the middle of a big story moment. Or after I'd done a bit of the story. That would have just been embarrassing. Yay! Do they give you something nice as a reward? Ah, nice. Oh look, my character just collected mistletoe. Kisses for all. How did that tradition even start? Nice. Fair. Da, da. Matrons. Oh, so what are we at right now? We're at the 21 to 25 resource gap. Okay. Fair. I haven't had McDonald's in a while. Usually I just have some nuggies. Because who doesn't love chicken nuggies? Boring people, that's who. Think they're too good for chicken nuggies? Definitely gonna need to stop off and repair our gear soon. Ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Oops. Okay, there we go. Plenty of that. Now, what was the thing we need to get? From the lower paths, which is apparently right beside Camp Tranquil. Why am I teleporting when this is apparently the same area I'm in right now? Fly over the trees, mighty phoenix. Terrify the locals and phase through the trees. Which I kind of love if they did just make the trees, or at least the tree tops, not have collision detection. Because it wouldn't be so bad if they did. Okay. Flex. We leveled up. Woo. Wait. I think I may have gone for the wrong level. Whoops. Oh well, we're here now. Too late to turn back. Also, we're getting like 1,000 XP for each bundle, so we're definitely gonna level up by the time we're done collecting stuff here. There's a mature tree nearby as well. We might as well collect stuff from them while we're here as well. Our odds of success are still pretty high. Okay. Mm. Oh, sorry if I'm a bit quiet. It was another long day at work. It's difficult trying to do the deliveries during Christmas time because it's always a case of I'm going to struggle to find a place to put something because of all the new stock that comes in specifically for Christmas. It's so stupid. Like, I'd be fine with it if we had a Christmas menu that was specific, that was like, oh, once a year, certain items pop off the menu and certain come on, and it's only during this time of the year. I'd be fine with that. That is a totally reasonable thing. But no, that's not what it is. These items are specifically for people who have booked for the Christmas menu. So this stuff is taking up loads of space. It's not going to get used that much. It will get used, just not as much as it should. Whereas if we had a designated Christmas menu, or just a winter menu that ran throughout the entirety of the winter, that would be great. This means we'd have this stock would get used for more than just the specifically pre-booked stuff. And also, a specific winter menu would mean there would be certain items that wouldn't be on the menu. And it's just, it's frustrating knowing that this is a thing that happens every year. And it makes zero sense as well. Like, the traditional Christmas dinner, it's just a carvery. We're a restaurant that has a carvery. You can get your turkey, your gammon, your beef. And an assortment of veg and stuffing and gravy and all that. Literally any time of the year. The only things that I can see that are special about the Christmas menu are like a themed dessert item, which is stupid. And weirdly, yes. Actually, hold on a moment, Nano. Something I actually just remembered that's one of the items that specifically came in. Just gotta pull it up here. Where are you? So, yeah, weirdly, for whatever reason, during the Christmas season, one of the items we get is vegan camembert. I don't know why. It's like such a weird thing. And I don't know what meal it's going to be on, but it's there. And it's probably not all going to get used, but it's taking up space in the fridge. Not a lot of space, thankfully, but still. I think if I remember correctly, we also have... Even though you'd think it would be how it is all year round, we're going to have honey glazed gammons for the Christmas season. Usually, the gammon that we have is like coated in brown sugar rather than honey. And that's like added, I think, at the end of the cooking phase. Like it's slow cooked and then the brown sugar's added for the final bits before it goes out onto the deck. Yes, cheese. Vegan cheese. Because... yeah. Vegan camembert specifically. We don't have regular camembert. But sure, let's have some vegan camembert. It's a totally reasonable item to have. It baffles me. The worst part is a lot of the Christmas stock isn't even stuff that we ourselves order in. Somebody in upper management force drops the stuff on us. So it arrives when they tell us we need to have it. And we just have to accept it. Like there's nothing we can do. Somebody in upper management has said, it's Christmas time, here's some shit. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. We have cinnamon. I don't know what the actual cinnamon sticks are going to be used for. But we have them. I shit ton of stuff that's in the freezer that my manager is going to sort out and try and find a home for. Because I did my best to unpack everything, but I couldn't find a home for everything. Really? 93% and you still fail? Oh look, we leveled up again. Do we get any new stock we can equip? Nope. Probably won't until we next level up. Good news, though. While I was putting away the delivery, they finally were able to get one of the dishwashers fixed, so it's not leaking everywhere. Hopefully it remains like that, but I obviously don't have high hopes. I didn't meant to come all the way over here. I will get things from there later. I meant to go here. Continue getting white truffles. Oh god, I'm tired. Okay. When it hits the 30-minute mark, regardless of what resources I collected, I'm queuing for Mount Ordeals. While I'd obviously like to have collected everything I intended to collect, getting into the story, which is what I said I was going to do, is more important. Damn it, I went off to the too far south again. This spot right here. This is what I'm after. Come on. We got 2. We needed at least 3 or 4. But in fairness, we still have to get 50 of the feathers. I actually have one right in front of me. It only can do so much, of course. I mean, I've been awake since like 7:30, so we're well past being awake for 12 hours. So we'll probably only go till about midnight-ish with regards to when we'll be streaming to. But we'll see. I might actually feel up for going till 1. There again, I don't want to exhaust myself. I want to make sure I can get up nice and early tomorrow because I want to be able to do a quick stream before I go visit my partner. Do 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 do. I think I might start queuing for that immediately. Yeah. You could try and gather stuff while I'm waiting, so I'll quickly switch to Reaper. And it's a trial. Mount Ordeals. Again, while we wait for it. Hopefully this one pops nice and quick. It says less than 5 minutes, so hopefully that does carry through. And it does work. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. We're almost there. We'll soon have enough and not have to worry about this particular resource. Hopefully we do get into Mount Ordeals. I'll rename this episode if we don't manage to at least get into that. Come on. Let me do the thing. I really do hate when it doesn't give me things. There we go. We have enough. Now to make sure we don't have to come back here later, we'll go to the south and get the resources that can be gathered around here. So from the mature tree, we will get oak branches. These are apparently oak trees. I don't know, I don't think they look like oak trees, but... Final Fantasy. Things may not necessarily look like what they actually are meant to be. And also these trees are holding up platforms, so... they're weird enough as it is. Oh look, the class leveled up. Got some nice gear to wear. Which massively boosts the odds in our favor. So, yay! Beep, 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 beep. Too far north. Need to pay better attention, 'cause it's the trees that we're after. Tree. Another tree. The 3 makes up for the one with nothing. Also, the Q hasn't popped, so we keep going. I'll probably go and do story stuff relating to this class once if we don't see any further progress on that front. Come on. Pop for me, little Q. I want to go and do this fight so badly. I really do enjoy... I did enjoy Rubicante during his appearances in... pretty sure it was Final Fantasy IV. So, seeing a boss that's inspired by him... design, name, and abilities, I assume... It's nice. I look forward to seeing if he is just as fun of an actual fight. Because original Rubicante had some interesting mechanics that made it really fun to fight him. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Why are we being such a needy kitten there? Oh, come on, game. It's really not that much to ask. We get it, Nano. You're loud. The boo pole was supposed to get you to stop. How dare! There we go. There's what we wanted. Come on, take me to the fight. Last tank, I swear to God. Yay! We get to continue with the story. Should be fun. There's lots of lightning aspected stuff around. Why? Why are you being so loud, Nano? God, I love this song. Ooh, it's even as a special remix just for him.
As I knew you would. As too will I. Come.
Ooh. He's giving us a special arena to fight him in as well. Okay, this is epic.
The Archfiend of Fire has no equal.
God damn. Sorry, Nano. Gonna be very distracted throughout this.
The glory of fire.
Okay. Oh wow. He's straight up sucked us into a special arena. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Okay. That was weird. Okay. The fire is gonna go that way. So... Okay, I think I've got how this mechanic works now. Watch where the beams go and then split away from where it's gonna end up. It's not too bad as a mechanic. Damn it. Okay, we're doing alright. I've got a better idea on how his thing works now. Okay, straight line, but it's gonna turn from the looks of things. Shit.
Dark flame to me.
Damn it. I legitimately didn't know what to expect there. But it wasn't for it to spin that much. Fuck, 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 fuck. Yeah, I just came back to life, Jesus. Will they now?
Allow me to show you real flame. You've strength worthy enough of pride. But will it be enough? I am one with the flame.
What's he doing now? He's removing his cape. Okay. Oh! What the fuck is happening?
You are the first to behold this form.
Am I now?
The flames rise higher.
I always do wish that the timers...
Destruction incarnate.
Okay, I don't know what I was expecting there, but... it wasn't for the attack to cascade out.
Flashes with you.
Haha, we're doing well.
Come, oh God.
What the fuck is the tank doing? Jesus! It's a good thing I moved. Jeez.
I shall tear you asunder.
Okay, what's he doing now? Oh, this move again.
Flames to make it appeal.
Okay, the moves will be that one. Fuck. I didn't move to the right position.
Dark flame to me.
Okay, when it moves. I think here will be safe. Yay. The end. Woo! We win. You did well, Rebecante. Obviously one. Oh, they left. Okay, well. No loot. Oh well. We win.
It seems I was a step too slow.
It's fine, Zero. Didn't know.
To defeat all of us archfiends. You are strong indeed.
Mm-hmm. Damn right I am. Why do you... What is it that Golbez seeks?
You would know my lord's true purpose.
Yes.
Very well. The knowledge will not change the outcome. Listen then, and learn how all began.
Okay. Oh goody, we get an echo vision of it. He's probably just telling it aloud to Zero, but... Okay. From before they transformed.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath? Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains? But you are different. You remember who you were and the paradise for which you fought.
Yep.
That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever.
Oh.
Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope, no freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14.
Why am I not surprised to learn the Asians just straight up told Golbez this?
There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
Huh.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own. Count me in.
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause.
Okay. Yep. It was a really fun fight.
A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
He just wants to die. Wow.
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the source?
Apparently.
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew.
Don't
In
think it
this
is a lost
world,
cause.
where we may reclaim our mortality.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
Yep.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
Yep.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls until only the hunger remains.
Jesus.
Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another.
Yep.
I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion.
Yep.
Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
Oh. Why are you telling us this?
To be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last.
Wow.
And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart. A desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
Oh no. Why are there so many dead zones? Still, when I was out in the countryside for visiting my parents in Ireland, I still had signal. Better than I actually sometimes have at home. So I honestly don't understand why dead zones exist at this point. It's just people were refusing to allow towers to be built anywhere near them. Or refusing to settle a bit of land so they can be built. Or even just rent out the land. Well, my inquiries delayed me. I'm not accustomed to conversation. I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there's a better way. Yours. The future I strive for is one I wish to see. I want to know why I feel this way. Why this fire burns at my breast. There's nothing more for us here. But what of Alzadal's legacy? Has there been word from Ishtola and the others? I see. Frustrating perhaps, but better that the gate be destroyed and used to unleash more void scent. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others. Agreed, we should. Which sucks. I don't know why there are so many places that still have things like that. It's a concept that is weird. There should be investments made into making sure that the reception is good everywhere. I mean, what if there's an emergency? This is stupid. It is good to see you both returned hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago and are already with the satrap. Shall I show you in? Well, that doesn't help matters much, does it? Should get a better phone.
Thank goodness you're both all right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain?
The last of the four fiends is dead.
Golbez aspires to deliver Voidsent unto the source.
Mm-hmm.
Where they may die, and return to the life stream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
Indeed. Void Sent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
Yep, another rejoining. Can't let that happen.
Certainly not. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Yep.
Indeed. Rubicante has deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Yep.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
Good luck.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
Ha! Sometimes the range on a tower is much wider than the Dead Zone maps are generally designed based around the idea of this is where these kind of things are reported, but sometimes your phone will stay connected to a tower longer than expected, or jump to another tower before it becomes a problem.
I don't doubt it. She's a veritable researcher of light.
Ah! Oh, Stydian. Lovable himbo.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante.
Aww.
And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
Aww. She is amazing. I'm loving seeing her grow and develop.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
Before you leave, I would once more express my gratitude. By your hand has Thavnir been saved yet again. Before you delivered my people, you helped me rediscover hope. When the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time. We may have lost the gate in Alzajal's legacy. There must be another way to travel to the void, and together we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve his ends, Golbez has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme. But no matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see that he does not succeed. Yee. Oh, we're getting a meanwhile scene with Golbez. Looks like it. He's up there on the moon. Moon. Damn, this is so much pain.
Kenyatso and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow.
Yep.
In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection.
Straight up admitting that he cared. He didn't care about them.
But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding.
Shit.
Hereon, I shall walk alone.
God damn, that is like the worst prison that could have been made. Wait, the fuck? Holy shit. He's right over Zodiark's prison.
At long,
In the 13th.
last, the end draws nigh.
And we just saw the
The end
13th
to
star
life on that
world.
star. And the end to my suffering.
It's horrifying seeing the world from above. Seeing just how dead it really is. But also, yeah. I expect to find out that he was just straight up living out of the 13th version of Zodiark's prison. That's... ugh. Sparks, it's good to see you. Have you any news from old Charlian? We've yet to hear from Ishtola regarding her search for a means to return to the void. Must confess her silence has left me feeling restless. Nor am I alone in this. Isinian has such an excess of energy that he has been helping to train our soldiers with nary a grumble. As for Zero, she can speak for herself. Is something the matter? No. Sparks paid us a visit, and so I was apprising him of recent developments, or the lack thereof. Are we heading somewhere? Aye, to replenish my ether. Would you like to come? Yes, I would. A rare but most welcome invitation. Timely, too, I might add. I myself was thinking of venturing out into the city. It would be my pleasure to join you. You accompany us, of course. Come then. I have an errand to run at the bazaar first. Let's not quickly do something. Character. Portraits. Such small changes. Yet we have to edit and save things if we want them to be reflected whenever we do stuff. Also, we did another mission, so yep. Shadowed Pasts once more. We'll go and do that one, which is Hall of the Radiant Host. I want to go and help the remaining fragments of this entity that we're helping. Shadow Past once more. Ah, if it isn't Master Sparks. Since last we spoke, I have continued keeping an eye on the Void Scent. While the creatures have given me no reason to believe that they pose a danger, the rest of them remain at large. The fellows have yet to come by any eyewitness information. With their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to Razat Han. My other cells have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place. Your world is fascinating too. So you have enjoyed hearing my tales. I'd be glad to share more with you. Once I found the rest of me, that is. The others have more knowledge of mighty Void Scent, you see. The sensation could be. God, they're gross. But also kind of cute. Yes, I feel them. The rest of myself. They're very close now. There's 4 of them. Unless I'm mistaken, they're somewhere in the city. Please find them for me, that I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful Void Scent and their pasts. Now, the nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that's a good place to start. The rest of its fellows who appear in the city? Then you had best track them down. Judging by the direction, I expect the nearest one is in Dharma. I leave the creatures in your capable hands. But what am I doing? One of them is over there, right beside a point, teleport point. We can talk to them in any order. The order we talk to them in will just... it won't matter, really. They'll tell us the same information regardless. It does appear that, like before, one will tell us about who the person was before they became a Void Scent, and the other will tell us who they were after. What? I'm calling me, you say? I can appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own master. Do what I like when I like. I will rejoin the others at my own leisurely pace. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you'd spend more time on leisure. You're truly strange creatures. Still burning strong, just like the start of the experiment. Sisters, pretending the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone has to do it, I suppose, but I wish it wasn't me. Tang the flame. That reminds me of void scent I once knew. He watched over a beacon fire, seeing to it that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did it of his own volition. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we void scent don't rely upon light. Yet he persisted. Though perplexed by his curious ritual, I somehow found myself helping him with it. So this will be Rubicante. Because it's fire. Rubicante was his name, and he went about his task dutifully. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him. So when I chanced to find the beacon guttered out, I made certain to let him know. For time out of mind, his routine continued uninterrupted, till that fateful day. When Golbez found him. I see flames dancing in the distance. Who shall I find tending it but a mage of considerable might? With such power, surely you can do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others, nor to sate my hunger. Yay! Then what purpose do they serve? Good to know you've got food, friend. Can't say for certain, but to simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. It would seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. But such a lack is readily rectified. This warmth, invigorating and comforting. Where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun. That which once shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it go out. So as a way of it. Through your flames you sought to recreate the sun's journey. To create the world as it was before. Who are you? Who could unearth memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me. Together we shall banish the darkness and see that the sun rises again. According to mysterious night, the price to save the world was dear. The inhabitants of the neighboring reality must be sacrificed. To which Rubicante replied, I have sworn to use my power to save the world. If innocent souls must be consumed by my flames, I shall bear responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path, of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me as an undying flame. A world engulfed in darkness had become the norm for me. Since coming here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all that we had lost. I understand Rubicante better now. I understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to restore the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. I must say, it feels great to take a squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now rejoin the others, of my own volition, of course. That's fair. Basically, he just wanted to he wanted to feel like it was his choice, instead of a choice that somebody else was making for him. Wayward Hector. The rest of me are here too? What relief. I was taking the sights in a village nearby when I realized I had become separated. And Guy decided to follow the clamor and head to the city. There are so many mortals here, so many beautiful buildings. Father, what is this building? This, my boy, is the resting place of the great Knight Alzada. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland and helped to end the war between the Matanga tribes, and actually laid the foundation for the nation of Razadhan. So it's thanks to him that we all get along? Ah, tomb. Place for mortals to remember their dead. Calls to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died in the Contra Memoria, ones who laid her to rest. I wonder who it'll be. Long, long ago, there lived two powerful mages, the Rubicante. Mage just screams Rubicante. It was said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at their training ground atop a peak called Mount Ordeals. Huh. That's a fun coincidence, but obviously not a coincidence. One day, the fell fiends began attacking villages unprovoked. On hearing the grim tidings, the mage came to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. It is time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. So it was that the pair descended the mountain and set upon about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No, don't! Please don't hurt her. Don't hurt my mother. Mother? Oh. Please save her, I beg you. Oh, what do I do? Seems I have no choice. Oof. Wow. Crystallizing her. She's turned into a crystal? Is his brother okay? Doesn't look like it. As if I would save the world. I couldn't save even a single life. My flames were meant to be like a sun, They were meant to protect, to keep warm and light the way. And yet... In his great fury at his failings, the mage's face turned red as a ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Rubicante. The mage returned to his mountain, where he buried his comrade. Upon the gravestone he etched words of admonishment, and continued his training alone. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that a familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted a great weight off his chest. Without words, it told him that that girl was grateful for what he did. That day he regained something he had lost. He ascended the mountain once more. He embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. Oh. So it seems that at least one of the fiends was actually noble before he became a void scent, which is kind of cool. As sad as it is to lose a precious life, it's sadder still, I think, to lose one's purpose. Ordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. Whoever Rubicante may be, I like to believe the little girl still remains in his heart. Well, it's past time I joined the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. That little blob was the little girl at one point, and that is tragic. They were so close to each other. What business does a mortal have with me? Your other pieces want you back. So the rest of me are safe. Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, managed to get myself to safety. But to so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must truly be fond of it. Oh, there's another place for storing it right there. They say it's mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers that act as portals. And then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like our chances with just the three of us. Less of us means a bigger share for each. Exactly. Besides, what's an adventure without a little danger? Nano, calm down. Jesus. I'm really not sure about this. To willingly throw oneself into danger. It's truly a strange mortal quirk. And you're like your kind. We Void Sent are quite risk averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps. Not a fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. Cagnazzo. I think. Yep. His name was Cagnazzo, and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. Mattered not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet despite his victories, he never felt truly satisfied. Through a chance meeting, he would learn the reason why. Golbez and Cagnazzo. that you should repel my attack. You're tougher than I expected. To whom do I speak? I am Cagnazo, and I'll bet you're the one they say is seeking out the strong. Well, if it's battle you want, then you need to look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I desire fruitless battle. On the contrary, it is you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour. Doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would so risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What is this ether? So pure and sublime. With so much of it I'm ripe to burst, and yet still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? It is not for ether that you thirst, but battle. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in ensnaring your quarry. For victory to have savor, you must place yourself in the midst of danger. If you join me, I shall see to it you never want for dread foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've remembered something important? Whoever you are, I would know more. And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line that divides the devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he could go to his rest forever satisfied. From that day forth, Cagnazo tirelessly sought out those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss, but knowing that like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. So we gave him the battle that he ultimately deserved. A yearning so strong, nothing else matters. Do you have such a thing driving you to, mortal? Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. Can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks for coming to find me. Alright, so that's 2 down. Sorry, 3 down. 1 left. And this one will tell us about who Cagnazo was before he became a Void Scent. Because so far we've had a Mycote, a Aura, and a Hyur. I wonder what the last one will be. You've been looking for me, you say? Sorry for the trouble. I found a place with beautiful water and thought I'd have a frolic. Ended up being washed away. Tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and managed to come this far when you appeared. After all that effort, I'd like nothing more than to reunite with my other selves. But if you've been promised a tale, then you shall have one. Nothing but small fry. See that mole there? He fished me up. Probably released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough. Oh, to be out in the open sea and catch something big. Till I can afford a halfway decent rod, I'll just have to put up with this tired old fishing hole. Know the feeling well. Desire to chase after big fish. Used to be a fisherman too, you see. Together with my brother. The Contra Memoria wreaked havoc on the ocean's ether. Nary any fish remained to be caught. Each morning we would wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. Brother. That brother probably is going to turn out to be Cagnazo. Rogadins. Nice. On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite. My brother's face was fixed in a grimace, and assumed he was cursing the war in his mind. But it turned out he was thinking about something else altogether. When he finally spoke, the frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, is this how I'm going to live out my days? Sitting endlessly with a pole in my hand? It's like dying a slow death. Can't take it anymore. More so than our privation, it was the mundane, unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. The next instant he blurted out, "That's it. If there's a war, I'm going to fight too. That way I won't be bored at least." Just like that, he threw aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict. Damn it. Memorias of darkness. It's over. Memoria of light. Oh, who the hells are you? Why would you help the one of light? Help the one of darkness? Wherever you are, I'm in your debt. I exhausted my powers. I was all but defeated, while none remained to oppose me here. Perhaps you will consider serving me. You will be well rewarded, of course. Grant you riches, castles. Oh, snobby guy, you're about to get punched. What's the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Friend? I'm just after some excitement, so come on, give it to me. Did he win, lose? Draw. I guess he wins because his brother came to him. There you are, thank heavens. What were you thinking? Taking on Memorias with your bare fists. However strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive. Yes. I've never felt so alive. Where are you going? No more chasing small fry from me. Now on, I'm gonna live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them all a taste of my fist. Never have I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said as he strode away, never to return. Sometime afterwards, a rumor reached me of a fearsome warrior. The man would arrive unannounced on a battlefield, trounce anyone and everyone indiscriminately before disappearing again. Cagnazo, he was called, and cursed for a feral dog. That was enough for me to know that my brother still lived. I kind of feel bad now. We killed his brother. And he ended up a slime instead of a hulking monstrosity. Life sucks. Especially for this guy. It was only when I became a void scent that I came to understand my brother. I understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. He inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence and instilled in me a longing for this world. And for all his quirks, he was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me, helping me with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a void scent. If he had a chance to come here, I believe he would have found a purpose in life, a proper one. Thanks to you, I could relive those old memories. And with that, I best go and join my other selves. Be seeing you. Well, time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Hosts and see if we have actually found them all. Could turn out that there's more to be found. Maybe 2 that are connected to Golbez. I find it funny if Golbez turned out to be a bunny man. That would be the funniest option. Okay, before we continue, I need to run to the toilet, so I'll be right back. And we're back. You did it. You found all of me. I trust I upheld my part of the bargain and told you about more mighty void scents. I learned about the past of Calganazo and Rubicante. So you had already crossed paths with them, though the tales may not help you in the battles ahead. I dare say they gave you something to think about. As mortals, then void sent, then archfiends, these troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Yep. Well, I myself have only heard the tales from the others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again, which I can now do, thanks to you. So all of them are accounted for, and by all means, let's have them return to the way they were. Without further ado, then, to me, myselves. Yep, big massive eyes. At last, we're whole again. There's nothing we need fear. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 9 eyes. And that which each of us experienced since coming here, it's as if I had experienced it all for myself. Say it again, but this world is truly a fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must. Not sure what I was expecting, but now that it's whole, I can't help but feel that it's more of a danger. Yet, with the undersea portal destroyed, there's no way to return it whence it came. Whatever should we do now? What's this I see? Oh, it's void scent. There's a few of them in that direction. More of my brethren made it over, it seems. Curious, though. This is much farther than I can usually perceive. I can only assume my vision has improved. Could this be the cumulative effect of our experiences here? What? It can sense its kind from a vast distance? Amazing. Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invading void send a breeze. If the creature would agree to assist us in this matter, I am confident that I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it. Oh, if it means I can remain in this world, then I'll gladly agree to that arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. Working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. Well, glad that all worked out. Well, onwards with the story. Ooh, but first, we do have enough to buy something. So I'm quickly going to go over to... No, wrong place. The Aetheryte Plaza. Because... Oh wait, no, it's not actually. Apparently I need at least $4.95. The accessories don't require as much, though. Let's see. We have Purgatory Earring of Slaying. I think I'll save, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna save so I can try and get the jacket. The jacket costs a bit more. But then we need to go to... Actually, hold on. Let me just check how much it costs to upgrade things. Looter Envoy's Gear Augmentation. I need Moonshine Twine. Now where do I get Moonshine Twine? That is the question. All right. We can find some during Abyssos' 7th circle, apparently. If we're lucky. But there are other ways of acquiring it, too. For now, we'll just carry on this way. Do, do, do. I'm picking up some more spice. Mira told me to do so before my next visit. Mr. Zero has quite the tolerance, you see. The sisters know we Hamish are fond of spicy food, but any of us could keep up with her. With just the spices they normally have on hand, the Mayhain can't quite satisfy her, which is why I'm happy to provide what they need to achieve more vigorous flavors. Now then, variety being the spice of life, perhaps you'd like to choose something extra to blend with Mr. Zero's usual. It'll help to keep things interesting. What do you say? Fine by me. You can appreciate the nuances of the world's sustenance far better than I can, I expect. A colorful array of spices peer out from hempen sacks. Oh. Okay. Personally, I'd probably go with the black corns or the crimson powder, but, let's see. Spice. Choice. Okay, hold on. Green flavor is the name of this quest. Okay. What the heck? I'm gonna go with the crimson powder. Okay, hold on. These corns tickle your nose. The red husks. Yellow flakes. Yeah, I'm going with the crimson powder. Ah, that's a fine choice, but don't take my word for it. Here, have a taste. Place some of the spice on your tongue. The blaze engulfs your mouth. Your reaction speaks volumes. That will suffice then. Always a pleasure, Mr. Zero. Do give Merid my regard. Yeah. Spice. Perfect choice. Oh, hello.
My usual, please. But with this spice.
One moment, please. I just got asked a question, and I need to... Okay, so I just received a response to something relating to my downtime, but I am terrified at the prospect of what I've been offered. Oh, I've been told, rather. Or asked, goddamn. Uh, my usual, please, but with this spice.
Of course, Zero. It would be my pleasure. Well, now, this is enough to make a whole kettle of your special curry.
I don't need that much.
Rest assured, it's easy enough to make a serving just for you. Or we could make the kettle and share it.
Aw.
There would be enough not only for your companions but other diners as well. I dare say everyone will be delighted.
Very well. A full kettle, then.
Excellent. We'll prepare it at once. And for your excellency and our esteemed adventurer, are you happy to try a bowl of Zero's curry? We can make yours milder if you prefer.
Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot fully appreciate the flavor with this vessel. Another time, perhaps. Do not hold back on my account, my friend. Eat and enjoy.
They'll have His Excellencies helping.
Understood. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
I'd be willing to try it, even if the reaction is going to be hilarious. I hope.
It gladdens
Please
me
be
to see
glowing.
people to life in Radzatan, Zero. In the area of our cuisine, not least of all. Spicy dishes have long been favored in our sultry clime for their ability to whet the appetite and cool the body. Of course, spices also have the effect of preserving foods, which makes them highly coveted in foreign lands. All of this has given rise to a thriving spice industry, and the wealth it brings has allowed our nation to prosper while maintaining its neutrality.
Fair.
So you trade your spices? Seems rather more complicated than trading in ether.
In the beginning, this land was no more than refuge for me. But now it is my home, and the people of Radzatan my beloved children.
Aww.
Together, we build this vibrant nation. And naught would please me more than to show it to my sister one day.
Aww.
Vibrant. Rubicante said the same when he described this world. A reminder of all that has been stolen from us. What many who remember doubtless yearn to take back.
Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this
I know it may
world
seem weird to see a
where we
flashback like
may
this so
reclaim our
soon,
mortality.
but in fairness, there was several months between patches from when that previous quest and this one came out.
Nonetheless, it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. As I told Rubicante, as I found myself moved to speak. I still do not understand what made me feel this way, nor what compels you mortals to help one another. But I hope to someday.
We too hope that you will find the answers you seek.
Ooh, people.
What is going on?
What's happening?
Oh god!
Compliments of Mistress Zero, the Satrap's honored guest. We are serving a special curry
It
for
was
anyone who wishes
glowing.
to partake. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart.
I should say, Don, look at.
Oh, by all means, I'd welcome the challenge.
Sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
Yes. Oh, yes.
It burns! It burns!
They
To maintain the
worked.
facade, the alchemists ensured that my vessel was capable of consuming food. However, I fear Zero's curry would test the limits of their design.
Apologies for the delay. Please relax and enjoy your meal.
Oh, I look forward to seeing how we react to it.
Relax. I don't have time for that. I've been waiting for this. Come. Let's replenish our ether.
God, so intense! We're just eating! Everyone else is passed out, and we cleaned our plates. My whole life flashed before my eyes, and it was exhilarating.
I trust you have eaten your fill. I shall have Marie prepare a meal for us to take to Estinian. I suspect he too is overdue a replenishment. By this hour, he will have retired
Aw.
to his chambers at
Looks like he's got a
Madrida.
caramel drink.
Let us pay him a visit.
That's nice. But seriously, oh, Zero, what you have done? The spicy curry has left you slightly flushed and set your heart racing. Wherever challenges what you are ready to face them head on and with feeling. What does that mean? Reforged by the flames of a truly challenging curry. It's not gonna last long, but I'm delighted by that. Yeah, the people still. Aw. Now the people would at least remain passed out. I just love that we were able to just eat it without issue. Master Sin, yes, he has returned to his chambers. I shall be happy to escort you. Oh god. Estinian's reaction.
Estinian, are you there? We've brought something for you.
Aye. Enter.
Oh my. Well then. He is surprisingly
Squid masala from the
live.
Mehane. I thought you might enjoy it.
Squid masala.
Masala, eh? I prefer my squid dried. But I'm sure it won't disappoint. My thanks. Idle as I am in our sorceress's absence, I see. I can't offer much in the way of entertainment, but make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, trust me, you're doing plenty to entertain. Zero sees something she likes.
Shall we disrobe as well?
No. We simply caught our friend unprepared. He will make himself presentable at once, I am sure.
Amazing. Amazing. I hope he puts on casual wear instead of donning all of his armor. He should relax more often. Good, he is wearing casual wear. Oh, good.
At last. We've been looking for you.
Yay.
My friends, tell me, were you able to devise a way to return to the 13th?
Oh, he's so
I
excited and
believe
hopeful.
so. It required a visit to the moon, where I took the opportunity to enlist Orionge's assistance.
Ishtola hath told me all. I should be glad to help you free Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Yay.
If Rubicante spoke true, both Golbez and Ashdaya are on the moon of the 13th.
Yep.
Unlike here in the source, however, we have no means of making the journey from the surface of the star itself. The technology simply does not exist. Therefore, I propose that we employ a gate to deliver us directly to our destination.
Is such a feat possible?
Well, yeah, it should be.
In theory. Having once been a single hole, the source and its reflections share striking similarities in geography. And according to a certain someone who unceremoniously whisked us away to the first, the same locations across the worlds are intrinsically bound. All of which is to say, were we to pass through a gate on the source's moon, it should lead us to the moon of the 13th.
Fair.
Of course, there is the risk of Voidsent gaining entry to our world. Thus did I decide to seek Orionge's counsel.
Both the Watcher and the Loporrits are aware of our proposed endeavor. While they are yet deliberating precautionary measures, they have pledged their full cooperation.
Cool.
You've been busy. I presume you've also found a way to open this gate.
Be it in Radzat or Sharlayan, scholars have long cast their gaze unto the endless dark of the void. And so, with harnish insights to augment our knowledge, we have indeed conceived of a promising plan to pierce the veil. A plan I am confident will succeed, precisely because the moon is our stage.
I am intrigued.
The preparations will be extensive, and we will require vast quantities of ether. After all, Our gate must be large enough to accommodate another great worm. My proposal entails delivering copious amounts of ether to the Tower of Babel in Garlemald.
Easy enough
As you
done.
will recall, Fandaniel used the structure to destroy the brand's imprisoning Zodiac, and we, in like manner, will use it to channel ether to the moon, and thereby open our gate.
I see. Then we shall need someone on the moon for the necessary rituals.
Just so, Your Excellency. I intend to head back anon for that very purpose, as well as to help devise our strategy to deal with invading Voidsent. Along with our lunar allies, we will once again require the assistance of your alchemists, Nidana not least of all. May I trouble you to serve as their escort?
Fine by me. The room was beginning to feel constraining.
For my part, I shall oversee the requisite
Okay.
tasks on the star. Might I prevail upon you for your assistance?
Yep.
If all are in agreement, then let us set to work. We'll open our gate, and we will stop Golbez.
Oh God. Focus on our moon there. The Dark Throne. Well. If one and all are ready, then let us set forth, our preparations to complete. If I may, I beg a moment to exchange this vessel for its grown counterpart. It is in the keeping of alchemists of the High Crucible. Of course, we shall accompany thee thither, and thence begin our journey. Oh, we're actually in the room for a change. It's a nice enough room. Though, personally, this little partition thing, I would have put it over on this side so that the bed area is the part that's cordoned off from the rest of the room. Or from the door. I just want to check something. I don't know if we'll be able to actually do the next quests, because they're going to require us getting equipment of a certain level. But we'll see. After all, we're currently unable to do this one because we need 625, and this one because we need 615. We'll see. We'll see what the main scenario needs. My apologies for the delay. My, that is a striking simulacrum indeed. Well suited to the work ahead, I doubt not. Allow me to explain Stolla's plan in greater detail. As you know, we seek to open a void gate in Mare Lamentorum, that we might gain direct access to the moon of the 13th. Whilst our comrades labor upon the moon, we must needs accomplish two tasks. The first is the procurement of a sustainable quantity of ether, and the subsequent delivery of it unto the Tower of Babel. Said structure was once used to siphon the land's essence by way of telephoroi spires. Such a method, however, doth pose an unacceptable risk to the greater etherical balance of our world. Thus will we speak an alternative means of conveying our requisite resource. Our second task doth pertain to the use of the Tower of Babel itself. You may recall that this portal unto the moon was placed upon the supervision of the Isilbard contingent. If we would employ it to different ends, we must first obtain a contingent's express permission. I should like to believe they would not refuse us, so perhaps we should concern ourselves with the ether problem first. Have you any idea whence we might source the vast quantity needed? Aye, a likely location doth come to mind. Let us make for the airship landing. There I shall reveal more. Okay. I mean, the thing that comes to my mind is the fact that we have a party here. We have our tank in the form of Varshan, our healer in the form of Orianje, and DPS with Zero. Varshan can fill any role if needed, though. So, I imagine if we were the healer, then Orianje would take a DPS role, and if we're the tank, Varshan takes a DPS role. Right, the airship landing. All are present and accounted for? Excellent. We shall travel to Charlian and then seek the nearby Isle of Ham. Near unto the surface of this isle do rivers of ether converge. The turning edge of this confluence is released by the way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by ether harvested from the isle. As you will know, an alternative power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage into Ultima Thule, to the very limits of existence, was facilitated by not less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Ham's vast ether deposits remain untouched. We may help ourselves to that energy, provided we are able to secure the form's permission. Yet again, with needing permission, there's nothing straightforward in this world. Such is the nature of politics, I fear. As the Scions of Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded, no longer are we a recognized collective. Somewhat disadvantaged position, bureaucratically speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognized and respected body upon which you might prevail. The students of Baldesion. On arriving in Charlian, let us seek our friends at the Annex. And it looks like it's auto-teleporting us to Charlian, which is good. Welcome back, Sparks. What brings you here today, and in such colorful company? Greetings, Ojika. On this occasion, we are come to seek a student's assistance in a matter of some urgency. In that case, you'll want to speak with Crow. She's in the main hall, sorting through our archives. There's a visitor with her at the moment, but it's no one you don't know, so feel free to show yourselves in. Huh, wonder who the visitor is. Oh. Huh. I don't know who I was expecting, but the Gleaner was not one.
now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends.
As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. 'Tis I, Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
Pay me no mind. I merely accompany them.
I pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erensville occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see. From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
Good.
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
Apparently.
No, it isn't guild ship business, but rather...
Personal business?
Homecoming.
Oh.
But enough about me. You have business too, yes? And I'm in the way.
You're not.
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage.
Wow, the serious expression there. She went from all happy and smiles to, oh, that guy is going to suffer.
To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
An invasion from the 13th. Must the stakes always be so dramatic?
Yep.
You have a knack for finding trouble.
Yep, I know.
If Gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession. It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission.
Yep. They should have no reason to refuse.
The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance.
Yay!
Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
Good.
We are truly grateful.
If I may.
Yes, you may.
According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Ham was to power the Ark. Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Nor do I think any Gleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction.
Fair.
Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charley and Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's propulsion system. You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the Forum's verdict.
we may well do just that. Our gratitude for thine advice.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite welcome. Now,
If you'll excuse me.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Okay.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl and hie ourselves to Labyrinthos.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Sure, Zero will find the place interesting.
Right then, time to put our best foot forward. Oh. A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance. And what have we here? Later, Kryl, later. You've work to do.
Really? You're just gonna ignore the letter? That's gonna be important later, I just know it. Do. Person. Visitors, how delightful. If you require assistance, then ask away. So happens you've caught me in post-deadline bliss. Forgive us the abruptness of our inquiries, but 'tis our understanding that thou had charge of the Ragnarok's propulsion systems? We should like to know how ether harvested at the Isle of Ham was to be stored and transported to the Ark, if disclosure of such information is permitted. Oh, it's no bother at all. We built special tanks that can store ether just like we use casks to store wine. Simple, really. Simple, but quite brilliant in construction. They rivaled even crystals for ethereal capacity. Peter never got to use them. Ah, a mulled and distant memory. When Doom's deadline loomed large and we extricated ourselves from our waste-time mire of work only to end up chin-deep in another, I was at one with the world, a conduit for the energies of creation. But now I am truly alive. Who would have thought that sleeping in a bed and eating warm meals could make such a difference? Wow. I feel positively functional. I dare say it rivals the thrill of dancing on the knife edge of failure. Ah, silly people. Oh god, damn it. Could you just tell us the information, please? What happened? Did it come up? For the life of me, I can't seem to remember. Oh, but I do remember someone who might remember. He should be back by now. Just look for the fellow wearing an outfit that screams, I've been on vacation and you haven't. Very well, should seek out this conspicuous colleague of thine. My sincerest gratitude, Margaret, and do look after yourself. Come, let us seek out this individual attired in a manner suggestive of recent furlough. In other words, we're looking for a guy in a Hawaiian shirt. Eater of soul. Oh, right, that's. Yep! Of course he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. the face that launched our teeny tiny toy boat. How have you been, Sparks? Able to catch a bit of rest? Not a little, but not for long. Well, if I don't know about the ether tanks, who in Baragot's name would? Born right in me very own workshop they were. Well, I should always that, Coco. I trust thy respite proved rejuvenating. And then some. I won't bore you with details, at least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little old tanks? May be me to explain. See, I see. Think I've got the long and short of it. Goes without saying, but we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our ether tanks, then they're at your disposal. There's just one problem. You need the form's approval to set foot on the Isle of Ham. We're out to meet you be on the next ship out, but that lot can't wipe their arses unless it's in accordance with procedural motions. You may be assured that my backside is immaculate. Fortunal! Oh, phallic stuffing thighs are master functional! And Skullock Montichain! What a surprise! Pardon the intrusion. The forum has deliberated your petition and we decided to deliver our verdict directly. I would hope that the matter of pandemonium has not been overshadowed by other concerns. But that is a discussion for another time. You've been granted special suspension to travel to the Isle of Ham for the purposes of etheric extraction, on one condition. On account of its rich deposits of ether, the isle is home to throngs of vicious beasts. It has to cull any such creatures you encounter. That's fair. Wouldn't be much of a dungeon if we didn't, that's all. Given the vast amounts of ether we seek, I expected a far higher price. Oh, believe me, we do not underestimate the value of what you desire. Nay, we simply owe the students of Baldasian and their esteemed collaborators a debt of gratitude. We felt that expediting your request was a suitable way to repay it. Debt of gratitude. We have taken the liberty of arranging your passage to the Isle of Ham. Your vessel awaits in Scholar's Harbor. Then I'd better get those ether tanks loaded onto the airship. We'll be ready to take them where you need, assuming it's safe. I shall head back to the annex, but should you need anything else, don't hesitate to call.
Bound for the Isle of Harm. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect.
Yep.
If you're ready to depart, then so am I. Just say the word.
Is something the matter?
I did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
Of course he is. Probably Thancred. Thought so. Secondary tank.
Forgive me my delay.
Thancred? 'Tis good to see you.
Yep.
If it isn't Varshan. They do grow up so quickly. Urianger tells me we have a host of exciting new tribulations to face.
Yep.
And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Aw, she's so polite.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtable skill at arms, Thancred may also serve as a mentor in those matters that trouble thee.
Oh?
I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
Okay. Ether font is now accessible. Alright. So yeah. So the way it's going to work is Thancred can be your tank. If you're playing as DPS. Thancred will be your tank. So Urianger will always be the healer no matter what role unless you are the healer. If you're the healer, then Thancred, Ed, Zero, and Varshan form out the rest of the party. If you're the tank, though, then Urianger, Zero, and Varshan take out the rest of the party. I think that's how it would work, yeah? Yeah, he's either a tank or DPS. So, yeah. If you're a DPS yourself, you have to choose between Zero or Varshan. If you're a healer or DPS, you could choose Thancred or Varshan as your tank. But as much as I would like to go, it does appear as if our eye level is below what we need it to be. Yeah, it needs to be 605. So we really need to make sure that we have enough. Which will require me spending some time building up experience and such. Not experience, but these items so I can trade them in to get relevant equipment. That will come later though. Right now, I can see a few things that have been unlocked. The Wandering Minstrel and something called Stranger from Paradise. So let's go do those. Wandering Minstrel. Talk about Barbaricia. Good gods, a battle in the void. You've certainly wasted no time seeking out newfound adventures. By all means, regale me with the thrilling details. A world without death, where the strong devour the weak, and a woman touched by darkness who possessed the power to seal void scent. Fascinating stuff indeed. This Archfiend Barbaricia, as cruel as she is ravishing, though she is fearsome enough by your accounts, I cannot help but wonder, what if she had devoured more of the Great Worm's ether? How terribly bright might her soul have shone then. Yes, they come to me, the beginnings of a new verse. Pray listen, if you will. In armor black from shadowed lair, the knight with steely voice declared, a dragon's freedom he did steal, victory in his crusade to seal. Wind made flesh the archfiend fair, her pride, her long and lustrous hair. On dragon soul she feasted well, a tempest freed to toll the knell. Kneel. Fighting to devour, devouring to fight. Should the day come when this wheel is broken, would a void saint greet her end with a wail of anguish, or would she heave a sigh of release? Whichever it may be, 'tis ironic to think that a soul who had sought freedom, and for so long, should end up being imprisoned in a cold crystal. Thus I would sing of that final battle, for in that lightless world, 'tis in such a moment, I believe, that their lives shine the brightest. And now we just unlock an extreme version of Storm's Crown. Greetings, my friend. If you have a tale to share, I'm all ears. Talk about Rubicante. The Void Sent thought to cross the rift and launch an assault on our world? Goodness, and here I thought you might find a reprieve from your dealings with the Void and its denizens. Pray, tell me more. I see. Theirs was a world bereft of true death, and so they sought its release in ours. Most curious, impetus to take action. Would you not agree? Let's Rubicante. He too was prepared to embrace his end with open arms. I can't help but wonder, had he drank deeper of the dragon's ether, how brightly might his soul have burned ere it flickered and failed? I do believe his quandary has inspired the makings of a new verse. If you might lend me your ear a moment. In our black the night did ride, to claim lands wherein death resides. Thither would his people know the great gift of death's great flow. Honor bound, fiend of fire, forged in battle, honed by ire. He stood defiant, soul ablaze, heart heavy with sins of bygone days. Another life one might say he had the heart of a hero true, a heart broken perhaps, but the bitter truth of the void could not be saved without sacrifice. Yet he was willing to offer up his soul to become a monster, dying to uphold his ideals. Heroic sacrifice in his eyes, no doubt. The circumstances of a death aside, I believe such a noble soul is worthy of remembrance and song. We may look back on the man that he was, rather than the beast he became. And yet the fight is all about the beast he became. Oh well. Stranger from Paradise. Sparks, in the mood for an odd job, are you? Your arrival is most fortuitous, for I received a request for your assistance but a moment ago. It was written by Pasasuan, a Thavnarian alchemist, on behalf of an acquaintance of yours. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Matsya. Rings familiar, I hope. Yep. Good, good. It seems your fisher friend is in a spot of trouble, and this Pasasuan believes you're the one to get him out of it. That is, of course, assuming you have room in your schedule. I would gladly help a friend in need, especially one to whom I'm indebted. That's a yes, then. Thank you, Sparks. While I myself am not familiar with the details of the request, Pasasuan should be happy to explain everything. I believe it can be found in the great work. The job proved free of hitches, hindrances, and headaches. Let's hope so, yeah. Anything else in this area, though, before I move on? No, so. 2. Razathan. Wait. I was meant to teleport to the Great Works, actually. Oh well, too late. Hmm. Oh, you must be Sparks. Have the Gleaners sent you here? Yep. Very good. You have no idea how relieved I am that you've come. As you may have guessed, I am Pasasun. I work as an alchemist here at the Great Work, and Matsue is one of my oldest and dearest friends. His is a problem which has proven quite difficult to unravel. Nevertheless, he is loath to ask you for help. I so took upon myself to reach out to you without his knowledge. For both his sake and the sake of the little one fate has brought into our lives. He'll be along soon to sell his most recent catch, which should prove the perfect opportunity to convince him that we require your aid. We'll be sure to catch his attention if we wait outside. Follow me, Sparks. Is that Sparks? I didn't know you and Pasa's son were acquainted. Master Masa? Who is this mighty hunter? His arms are thick, mighty ropes, unlike Pasa's limp seaweed limbs which shrivel in the sun. Oh my goodness, a talking bird, and it's adorable, and I want one. I would have you know that I am an alchemist by trade. I work with my mind, not my body. And need I remind you, it was my knowledge which allowed me to nurse you back to health. Surely a little respect isn't too much to ask. By the look on your face, I take it you understand Kalika's commentary. This is the little one I mentioned to you before. In spite of his forthright nature, Matsai have become quite taken with him. I apologize for contacting Sparks without consulting you beforehand. I know you didn't want to burden him with these troubles, but I'm afraid I see no other recourse. Are these two a couple? If so, I approve. Well, since you've come all this way, I suppose it would be foolish of me not to tell you everything. That is, of course, if you would like to hear it. Of course. Why would I come if I didn't want to hear it? Very well. Several days ago, I found this tiny bird on the shore, breathing faintly and unconscious. Past I took him and watched over him day and night, and sure if he would ever wake. For mercy he did, and then to our surprise he spoke. Go to the Southern Isles. What isles are these, you may wonder? Kalika, would you explain? Say, Master Masa, your wish is my command. The South Sea Isles, I believe you can call them, remote and mysterious, 'tis said. I hail from there, from one of the west by the name of Aloha. It was home to a people thousands of years ago, whom now no trace remains, save for a grand shrine and the great statue of the speaker enshrined within. The statue was embedded with a glorious gemstone which has thrown vitality and beauty to the island. Nowhere else did nature thrive so. Long after the builders vanished, others would cross the sea to bask in its bounty. However, a century ago, from the ocean deep, roiling flames burst forth, forcing the residents of Alo Alo to flee, and so the animals, whom no longer had to fear the hunter's arrows, laid claim to the island's gifts. As Alo Alo healed, ravenous beasts grew plentiful, and the rivers became choked with fish. They breed and feast unchecked, and not even the speaker's blessing can forestall the island's gradual descent into a barren waste. As the speaker's servant, it fell to me to go forth and save my dear home. Swirl the waves upon a floating coconut in search of a mighty hunter. Although the ocean could have swallowed me whole at any moment, I looked to the horizon without fear. I feared the speaker would guide me true, and I was right. Masamasai is the very hunter who will save Alo Alo. You see now the source of my distress. The very thought of facing ravenous beasts makes my trunk shiver in fear. But you could be the hunter our little friend seeks, and sate your hunger for exploration besides. Admittingly, I did not ask because I thought such a trifling task would be beneath you, but... you have me at Grand Shrine. If you are as accomplished as Master said, I would welcome you to Alo with open wings. There's one catch, however. Master must come, you see. The speaker guide me into his embrace, and that is a sign I cannot ignore. I have ever had a soft spot for small defenseless creatures, and while I am no man of action, I possess knowledge of the South Seas, which may put wind in your sails, as it were. Many of the fish native to the Isles are prized for their rare properties and would make a fine gift for any alchemist. Donna would be most impressed if you were to brave unknown waters and bring her a few. A gift for Nadana? Okay, so no, these two are just close friends. But he's infatuated with Nadana. Yes, I'll go. I'll go and find the plumpest fish I can find. As for you, Spark, seas, I must burn you. That's my trouble, after all. I know it's a lot to ask, but please, travel with me to Alo Alo Island. It'll be my pleasure. Master Masa, you wear resolve well. Every moment I become more certain of your success. Let us depart before this swell of courage recedes. Alo Alo is south from here as the albatross flies. You will know it by the unusually lush canopies. No, Kalika, you must stay here. The wounds you suffered have yet to heal. Rather presumptuous of you to command me thus, but you are right. I scarcely lift my wings for the pain. Fear not, your instructions were more than clear enough to guide Sparks and Matsuya to Alo Alo Island. Since I can't accompany you, I'll see to the commissioning of a vessel for your voyage. Once you're ready to depart, let us rendezvous at Yeldam Island. Okay. I think this is another one of those special dungeons. The ones where you make choices. I haven't done any of them yet, but I really should. There are people watching us. Of course there are people watching us. The fuck are they doing? They better not cause us trouble. Do you hear that? Zazone, a jewel bigger than you. Just waiting for someone to sail to the island and give it a new home. Can't say I made out every little bit. Got the salient points. Treasure in the South Sea Isles, right for the plucking eye. Seems you were onto something with this wild chocobo chase. Rumors of wild riches rarely pay off this well. Aye, but that lot might be after the same thing. You'd be in for some competition. No need to get your small claws in a twist over one fisherman and his hired help. These aren't just for show, you know. I heard them spill the exact location. This score smells bigger than the Melvin Gate one. I wager we'll be richer than kings. Get your gear in order, you two. We're commandeering the first skiff we lay eyes on. God damn it! So we're gonna be in a race to get the treasure before these guys upset the delicate balance of the island by removing something it shouldn't be removed. I'm not even surprised at this point. Okay, I think I'm gonna get to the point of unlocking the actual quest for this, and then we'll probably call it for the day shortly after. I am getting really tired, and we're at a point in the game where I'm not going to be able to make any further progress unless I do a bunch of off-camera stuff. So probably what we're going to be spending the next while doing. There you are. Did you spy the commotion on your way here? It seems a trio of masked scoundrels has gone with one of the smaller ships. The host is attempting to track them down, but the sea is vast and the thieves long gone. Let us give thanks that they did not choose our vessel. Ah yes, Monsieur wanted to tell you that he has returned to Akiali to wrap up some loose ends with his work while you make ready to depart. Now that you've arrived, I shall send word. Kalika and I may be staying behind, but that doesn't mean we can't make ourselves useful. We've given the skipper directions. She's confident she could deliver you there without issue. The rest depends on you, my friend. Aw, they gave Kaleka a little perch. That's adorable. Yep, VNC. I'm just gonna take a look at that. So now we've unlocked 3 different ones. But we need to enable party matching. So we can't do these 2, but we can do this one. That'll be what we do next time. Ah, I see. So that's a DPS action. That is a tank action. So that and that are tank action, that and that are healer actions, and that is DPS. I'll be honest in saying I'd rather have Cure and Raise as my 2. Because I'm not gonna be playing as a tank if I ever do that. So what's left for us to do right now? I guess before we finish up, I can go and turn this in. I do have the resources, I just store them away somewhere. So so I'll fetch the things. Then I'll probably log out immediately after. Because I'll be doing some off-camera grinding with this class and also queuing for things off-camera. Alright, so it'd be Usagi. Who has it? There. There we go. I'll also entrust her with the oak branch, the wildfowl, the white truffle, the flax, matron's mistletoe. That'll do. Oh, wait, nope. Walnut log. That'll do now. To the Botanist Guild to turn in this quest and probably accept the next one. I'm pretty sure this was the 25 quest, and this class is at level 35. Have we seen Kamile as well? Does she return here? We visit Pal. I shall ponder how the 7 houses are supposed to ship them all. Precisely 15, my thanks. Distinct aroma. There's nothing like chamomile tea to calm nerves. It's the perfect way to end the day, I reckon. Now all I have to do is wait for your fellow harvesters to bring the rest. Pack the lot and drag it all to the airship landing. I expect I will have earned a cup or two of tea when that's done, though I rather suspect it will be the very last thing I fancy. None of them mentioned, but this batch is bound for Ul'dah. It would seem the lords and ladies there have developed a taste for chamomile tea. Taste, I said, but like as not they drink it just to impress their neighbors. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if each cup was served on a golden saucer. Yeah, that tracks with Ul'dah, in fairness. But there I go again, spouting my old prejudices. It's a bad Gridanian habit, I know. So I'll have to get rid of it. Don't want visiting Ul'dah to splash hot tea in my face now, do I? No, you really don't. Alright, well, nothing that I have available is better than what I have equipped. So, oh well. Let's go take the next quest. We might be able to finish it straight away. After we have a situation, the guild's crop of alligator pears has been ravaged by vermin, and scarce a day before the fruit was due to be packed. Starting to see our labor come to naught, but such is the way of nature. Alas, our woes do not end there. In a fine example of time, no sooner had the disaster come to light, we received an unusually large order for, yes, alligator pears from the Caroline canopy. Yet all hope is not lost, for the fruit also grows in the wild. We need but find enough to fulfill the order, 15 to be precise. Mansolier is charged with keeping track of such produce as may be harvested. He spends most of his days around Brent Meadows at this time of year. If there are alligator pears out there, he will know where to find them. Pray seek him out and do as he directs. I mean, I don't remember having gotten pears at all, but we've got time, so I'll go and get it. Nice way to wrap things up. We started with gathering, now we finish with gathering. We got a nice bit of the story done, so I don't remember doing any gathering around this area though, so I'm just gonna take a look around. Nah, we've been here before. All those ingredients have been collected. With alligator pears, I heard the unfortunate tidings. Yet all we can do is take it on the chin and cope as best we can. I recommend you search northeast of Quarry Mill. Wild alligator pears grow there, and we're doing well when I last passed through. Barring pests, they should be ripe for picking right about now. Oh, and just so you know, the place you're going is no different from any other untamed corner, which I mean it's full of nasties. Botanist like myself avoid the air if they can help it, but it should be a walk through a flower garden for an adventurer like you. Those alligator pears aren't going to pick themselves. No, they aren't. They're right there. Let's go check here as well. Sure, again, it's the place we collected stuff. Yeah. Let's check the blue ones as well. It says level 15, so probably I've already collected it. Yep. Okay, so we said Quarry Mill. I selected the wrong thing there first. Yep, I remember having collected this, so... Yep, there they are. We'll get the alligator pears first, then the other thing. Just want to make sure that we have the quest completed first. They're called alligator pears because they have the taste and texture of a pear, but are shaped like alligator eggs. Interesting. Am I right? Not thought to be indigenous to yours, it's not certain how. Wow. A non-indigenous plant. Just propagating out in the wilds. I guess that makes sense. Invasive species be like that. Oh, it doesn't seem to be pushing out anything else, so it's fine. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Yeah, we'll get this quest done and the level 35 one. Then that'll probably be where we wrap things up for today. I nearly have enough, though I'm going to make sure to get extra for the quest. Or will I? I don't know what I'm going to use this stuff for, so... Nah. In there, we have 40 now. I think that's plenty. Now we get some chocobo feathers. Wow. Yay. We did really well there for getting the feathers. Too bad the experience gained from them isn't that good. It's probably so bad because of the fact that... actually, it shouldn't be that bad. We're only... we are 6 levels over, actually, for this stuff. So I guess it makes sense. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Boop-a-doop-boop-boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-boop. Nearly there. There we go. Right. To the Botanist Guild. Here's a found. Oh, look at them. 15 alligator pairs in just the nick of time. You have spared us Leon's wrath. Lest you misunderstand, Mahoney is a reasonable woman ordinarily. It is just that much rests upon the fruit's availability. Alligator pears are to form the centerpiece of a new dish of hers, and you see, her salad, which she has been promoting feverishly to adventurers far and wide. Jan would not have been best pleased had her plans gone awry, but owing to your efforts, you can keep her promises, and we are good reputation. My proudest thanks, Sparks. I trust you have learned a valuable lesson from this episode, namely that we must not take nature's bounty for granted. As I taught you when first you came to us, nature is an unsentimental creature. She may provide for our every need today, only to take it all away on the morrow. Those who would walk the path of botany must come to terms with this fact. The sooner the better, for should your labors prove fruitless, and they frequently shall, no amount of brooding will avail you. Fair. At such times one must remember that for all her seeming cruelty, nature is not our enemy. Simply is. If you have become intimate with her and partake of her bounty, you must learn to accept her unconditionally. Okay, well, all of our current gear is identical to that, so we'll stick with what we've got. Go with the gloves, I think. Or the hat. Actually, no. We'll get a hat at a higher level, so we'll go with the gloves for now. Ah, Sparks, you couldn't have come at a better time. A dear old friend of mine has found herself in a predicament. She's in dire need of botanist aid. Normally, I would not trouble you with a request of such personal nature. This task, however, should serve you nicely in your training. Conjure of the Gods Quiver has just returned victorious from a hard-fought battle with Ixel, and my culinary friend Yanni is tasked with overseeing a feast between occasions. Unfortunately, she's suffering time of shortage of a key ingredient. I would ask you to harvest 20 laurel leaves, which can be found in this lush vegetation to the northeast of Little Amigo, and bring them for inspection. Laurel leaves. Can't remember if that was something I already acquired. No, it's not. Okay. In that case, we'll go and get that. And then once we've collected that and turned in this quest, that's where we'll probably end up calling it for today. Because any further leveling and such will take time. And I'd rather save that and do it off camera in the morning. Probably means there won't be a stream in the morning before I go visit my partner, because at this point we are at a point in the game where if I'm not able to get things done off camera before we're due to stream, there either won't be a stream, or if there is one, it's gonna be of the next game that I've chosen. Which, in fairness, that's fine. If we return Final Fantasy back to being a Saturday only thing, then I can put all the I can put a lot more effort into it. But also when Brain, why do you do this to me? It'll give me, if I do that way, going back to just doing it weekly, it'll give me a lot more time to prepare. Like we thankfully got to a stage where we could just keep going. But now we're at a stage in which we can't until we've got enough equipment to progress. So definitely gonna be making a point of taking the time to get us the equipment we need to continue with the story. And once we have that equipment, we can have a lot more fun. And keep going with the story. Hopefully I can get it actually before Saturday. If not, I'll find other ways to continue with 14. For now. We just wrap this up with resource collection. And there we go. That should do. keep going with more stuff, though. I've got a lot of resources from this area, and I'd rather not have to come back here later. So... we're getting about 1,000 per one we collect. So, with the amount of resources in this area for us to collect, we should actually be able to get up another level. Saffron. Saffron is a very expensive ingredient, if I remember correctly. Is it saffron I'm thinking of, or something else? Either way. Yeah, we've got 4 things from here, so each one is giving us 50,000 XP. You only need about 100 and something. So we might go up another level after we turn in this quest, provided we've finished getting everything from here. Mustn't forget about the rare hidden item. Boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo. Woo! Level up. Only need 130,000, and this quest gives us 100,000. We will definitely level up when we turn this in. After we've collected all these resources. We still have loads left from other levels to collect. Hold on, let's go down. Yeah, so you've got the 21 to 25 stuff to collect yet. I'll be happy when I have all the resources and I turn them into either things using the crafting classes, which again, it'll be great to be able to level them up. All these extra resources just mean we'll level up those classes way faster. Beep-a-dee-boo. And that'll give us what we need from the desert saffron. So what's next? What resource are we collecting next? I know I saw alloy as one of the things. Yep, but we're getting bloodgrass right now. Why is it called bloodgrass anyways? Doesn't say. Oh well. Keep finding more of this wild grass. Which is good to get that. This is another resource we need. Don't know what we'll use it for, but... the hidden stuff is always the most annoying to find. Not as annoying as the rare stuff, but still. So close. Can it stop showing up now? I do need to get other things after all. There we go. Get the blood grass. All right. Yeah, definitely gonna be finishing this off after this. I was a little bit more talkative while we were doing story content, but now that we're back to gathering, I don't really have much to say. So, it's definitely not going to be worth doing the rest of the gathering on camera. I'll do this area simply because we're in this area and we were doing it for the quest. But afterwards, it's definitely going to be a thing I do in my own time. Almost there. Alright. Like 2 more things. And we'll have enough. That's just the alloy, and we're done in this area. Boop, boop, boop. And the lush vegetation patch. Get the wild grass. Do. And alloy. The stuff they use to make aloe vera. So, alloy. I do wonder how people... what happened there with that. Somebody's like break open the plant and then realize, ooh, there's a gooey stuff inside. We should use it to lubricate our lips. Like seriously, what is the story behind that? Yep, we're at 30. Another 5 minutes and we'll be done, I think. The 12. Okay, we have enough of everything now, I think. I'm just gonna double check. There we go. We'll go deliver them. I would ask you to harvest 20 long. Done. Let me see here. Nary a withered leaf among the lot. Yea, will be pleased as peas. Speaking of which, Sparks, do you know why Laurel is so prized by culinarians across the realm? Why does it boost the most pleasant aroma? Deep yet not overpowering. The perfect accent to a savory stew or seasoning for a steak, but it is also known to stimulate the palate, or the appetite. The brave men and women of the gods quiver feast now, but it is only a matter of time before they are summoned back to the field of battle. Deliver the laurel to Yanni, that she might prepare a feast that will warm their hearts as well as sate their stomachs. And there you are. Here's our friend. Are you perchance the botanist of whom trusted? Yes. Well, I can see why Fufucha is always singing your praises. These will be among Chris's most aromatic laurel leaves ever to grace my spice rack. XIV raiding parties grow more relentless with each passing day. I fear that the day will soon come when we can no longer afford to feast our men as heartily as we do today. Still, Granada's finest require sustenance as much as they need their lances and bows. I am a simple Canarian, but I would do what I can to support my countrymen, and yet there is only so much I can accomplish on my own. In any event, I am grateful for your aid. Pass along my thanks, and let her know that I shall be calling upon your services again. Cool. Turn in the quest. Get new gloves. Definitely the gloves. So overjoyed. Triumphant. I have no pleasure, martial victories. Every day that we continue to water the soil of blood, I fear we lose something of what we once were. Medallions make us all like lived in harmony with each other. If there's no other way to resolve it. Alright, so back to a place of rest. When I boot up the game in the morning, I'm going to do some off-camera reruns of Eoforsen, and some of the parts of Abyssos and such. If I can get enough equipment to max out my things, it'll all be good. Anyways, that's what we're calling it for now. It's been good. I'm quite pleased with our progress. That's what we call it for tonight. So, as always, I've been Sparks. Until next time, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and with any luck, we'll be back tomorrow. Bye.